everybody, it's Tarkan back with another video. Thank you so much for being patient. Things have been a little bit busy, as you saw in my community post if you read that last week. I've been taking care of some business things that have worked out, a great manifestation, because, you know, all year, because of this whole brouhaha, I've been separated from my family in Europe, and now I've gone through this paperwork. I've gone through all these taking action, inspired action, and finally things have come together. So I've been a little bit busy. I've had to travel here and there and take care of things and do correspondences and all this kind of stuff. But I want to talk about that a little bit because, I have a comment here from somebody which sort of perfectly plugs into that idea of taking action. Now, I've discussed this before, this topic, several times, I think, but I'm going to discuss it again. And this particular viewer is having a little trouble understanding how action fits into the manifesting process. All right. So I'm going to read their comment real quick, and then we'll discuss it just briefly. So this is from 𝗙់𝗿 I just read an article online about manifesting. It says we must ask for what we want and then take action. I thought we were supposed to do just our visualization, scripting, or whatever we choose, then live in the ending. Taking action is letting our monkey mind take over, isn't it? Monkey mind. So I know where my SP is 99% certain at least, but what happens if I'm wrong? How can I take action or not take action with any point when my SP, my specific person, might not even be where I think? Have I been wasting my time with all this visualizing? Help! Anyone who can put me wise is fine by me. Thanks. Well, my rule of thumb is always alignment first, action second. We are in an action-based universe. We live in a world that's based on action. So action isn't something that is completely out of the picture in the manifesting process. The idea about action, though, is that usually what happens is people take action before they align with what they want on the inside, you see. They take action from a point of being very desperate, of not trusting the process, of feeling fear and worry about that what they want most is not going to come together for them. So they preempt the process by taking action. And what usually happens then is that action either backfires, it makes them move backwards several steps, or the action they take is very tedious and slow, and the results they get from those actions are very slow. Now, you might get some positive results from taking action towards your manifestation. But if you're not aligned with it first, if you don't feel somewhat detached from the outcome first, if you don't feel peace inside yourself first, most of the action you're going to take from that standpoint, from that mindset, from that state of being is going to be frivolous and fruitless for the most part. Okay? So what I want to say here about that is very simply, you do your visualization, you do your scripting if you feel like doing it, for the mere purpose of aligning yourself, of calming yourself down, of centering yourself, you see. Now, again, people think that visualizing and scripting is that magic button that's going to help them, magically get the thing that they want. The thing that you want already exists, and this is something that you really need to practice in your mind and really come to understand and embrace, that all possibilities, all possible outcomes and conditions and circumstances already exist, okay? Now your task as a manifester is to plug yourself into that version of yourself that's already living those realities. You're seeing the thing from that standpoint. So the visualizing, the scripting, the affirmations is all there really as a tool to help you get to that point. Now, you don't have to do those things in order to manifest. It really is enough for you to just go, okay, I know what I want. I'm clear about what I want. You put out those rockets of desire, like Abraham says, and then you get on with your life. And you don't think about it anymore. You don't worry about it anymore. Or when you think about it, it'll be in a moment when you feel calm and centered, and it occurs to you to have a little visualization, and you do it because it feels good. Because it feels good, you see. Your monkey mind is going to be engaged with what's going on around it in the current physical reality that it perceives and that it feels is so concrete and so real and so unmoving and so unshakable. that it's easy to get caught up in the what is, you see. But if you want to move and shift to a different timeline where what it is that you want is coming together for you, you have to unhook from the what is. And I can see here from your comment that you're not really doing that. I can see from your wording, especially towards the end of your comment, where you say, I want to take action or not take action with any point, or how can I take action or not action with any point when I don't know where my specific person is? Where are they? What if it isn't working? Help. Anyone help. I can tell that you're in a mindset of you really feel you need this thing to happen. Like the world is going to end if this doesn't happen, or you're going to hate yourself and hate your life if this thing doesn't happen. That's a decision that you've already made, you see. You've decided already in your mind, if this doesn't come together for me, I'm going to be miserable. I'm going to be unhappy. Life is going to be terrible. I'm going to feel awful about myself. I'm feeling hopeless. I'm feeling worried about it. You see, from that standpoint, if you're thinking of taking action, if you're worried about your specific person not being into you or being with somebody else, or it's not going to come together, and then you text them, you try to ask them out, you try to get some kind of response out of them, it's going to not be a very good interaction because you're coming at it from a place of misalignment, from a place of resistance, you see. So when you manage to calm down a little bit, when you manage to focus into yourself a little bit, when you manage to, meditation is an excellent tool. And in fact, I recommend that over all the other tools because that's something that you're going to use to train yourself to come back into the present moment, to understand that the past doesn't even exist. The future doesn't exist. All that exists is right here, right now. Every moment is just now, 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 now. And in the now is where you need to be present. In the now is where you need to learn to focus yourself and your energy, you see. Because that is your point of attraction, is always right now. How are you feeling right now? How are you feeling right now? Consider this. If you're sad about the past, you're feeling sad right now about it. You're not reliving that moment in the past that made you sad. You're reliving it in your mind. You're doing it in the present moment. And so it's causing you to feel a certain way in the present moment. The same as if you're worrying about the future, some future event, you're doing it right now. You see, so everything comes down to the current moment. What did Mark Twain say famously? I can't remember. Something like, worrying is like paying a debt that you don't owe, or something like that. You haven't even really, that moment hasn't even really come to fruition yet. But you're creating it now, in the now, by worrying about it, you see. And by lamenting something that happened in the past, you're, recreating and looping into that reality over and over again. So you've got to bring yourself into the present moment, and you've got to understand that in order to understand what action to take, because there's always some action to take, okay? If I want to win the lottery, I have to go buy lottery tickets. That's an action, okay? Visualizing is an action too. Sure, these are actions that we take, all right? I'm not going to win the lottery by not playing the lottery. So I have to take some action on that. But the point is, when and how and under what circumstances do I go buy a lottery ticket? If I'm very worried about my money and I feel like, my God, the only way I'm ever going to get out of this financial situation I'm in is if I win the lottery. Now, your monkey mind can come up with one or two options to get you from here to there because it has limited perspective, you see. It doesn't have the universal perspective. Universal perspective, universal mind knows infinite pathways towards getting you what you want, towards the solution, okay? But you have to align with the solution. You have to begin to think about the solution. So if you go out and buy a lottery ticket with this mindset of, I need to have this money, I need to have this win, my God, everything's crashing down around me. If I don't win the lottery, it's going to be awful. I'm going to go buy tickets. I'm going to buy $100 worth of tickets. What else could you do with that $100? You could buy some food, right? But I mean, seriously, you're going to go and you're not going to really win the lottery. You're not going to win anything. Okay. Because you're going into it with the mindset of, I don't have what I want. I don't have what I need. Now, if you go into it going, well, you know what, maybe my financial situation isn't so kosher right now. It's not the best it could be, but I'm working on it. I'm working on aligning myself with it. Things are going to improve. I'll see the improvement. Maybe the lottery will be the thing that will get me the money and get me out of the situation. Maybe it'll be something else that I can't even perceive of yet. I'm going to put my trust and faith in universal mind, that it understands all the different infinite pathways to get me to where I want to be. And so maybe I'll buy a lottery ticket. Maybe I won't. But if I do, it'll be from a place of feeling calm, centered, aligned, detached from the outcome. And then it might occur to me in being in that calm moment, I'm driving past a gas station or something like that. And I go, I'm going to pull in there and get a lottery ticket. What the hell? And I'm going to get it, and I'm going to be playful about it. It's a game. So I'm not going to go in there and go, well, if I don't win this, that'll be the end all of me. Everything is going to be horrible if I don't win this lottery ticket. I'm going to go play a game. I'm going to buy the lottery ticket. And if I win, that'd be awesome. If I don't, maybe the next one. Or so there'll be some other way that the money will come to me. So you go home, you put it down, you don't think about it anymore. And then maybe you pick it up at some point, you decide to check the results, and you go, oh my God, I won something. Maybe it's $1 though. Maybe it's $5. Maybe it's another lottery ticket, whatever it is. And maybe it's the jackpot, okay? But if you're winning anything, that's an indication that you're moving into alignment with what it is that you want, that you're moving in the right direction. So keep going. Let the actions that you need to take occur to you from a place of being calm and detached from the outcome. So when you do your scripting, you're visualizing, you're meditating, you're affirming, it's only for the purpose of getting you into that place of alignment and to overcome that resistance that you have. And you have a lot of resistance here. I can tell. Where's my SP now? What are they doing? Oh my goodness. How do I know this is going to work? I'm taking action. I'm taking action from a place of needing something to change in my life, in my existence. But that's the focus. That's the mindset of I don't have it. I don't have it. I'm not happy. I can't be happy right now. I don't love myself right now. I don't feel complete and whole right now. So I'm going to take all these actions, these preemptive actions, to try to force something to happen, to try to force someone to behave differently, to try to force the reality to be different so I can feel good about myself. You always need to work on feeling good first and then taking action from that place of alignment, you see. So, I mean, that's really the best way I can put it, guys. And, I've said this many, many times, and I know that things can get, a little bit, shall we say, white knuckly, all right? I know reality can be like that roller coaster ride, and you're going, oh my God, when are things going to change? When's something going to come in? But if you keep asking yourself that question, understand that your focus is on how you're lacking in things. Your focus is on the problem and not the solution, you see. You need to move into alignment with the thing. You need to become a match to that. And the way you do that is to start asking yourself questions about, well, if I had this thing that I want right now, what would my life be like? If I had this thing that I have right now, what would I be doing on a daily basis? How would I be feeling about things, my world, myself, my life? How would I feel when I get up in the morning? How would I feel when I go to sleep at night? Would I feel satisfied with my life? Sure, I have the thing that I want. I wouldn't be sitting around wondering, what do I need to do to get it? Because I have it already, you see. No, I'm not saying that that's not a tall order, especially when you're coming from a place of feeling very needy about it and feeling very anxious about it and worried about it or hopeless about it or sad about it, okay? That's what you need to hammer out. That's the work part of this manifesting process. It comes down to tending to your own inner state of being, your own vibration, whatever you want to call it. It comes down to that. And listening to your inner guidance system, because the moment you put out a desire, you may not even know that you want something, but your higher being knows that you want something. So the moment that a desire is formulated by you, whether it's conscious or unconscious, your higher being aligns itself with it immediately because it has no resistance towards that thing the way that your ego self does. So what you do at that point is you try to match the way that your inner being is looking at the situation. And it's always letting you know that through your emotional guidance system. If I'm feeling very worried about a thought that I'm having, then that's a communication from my inner being saying, hey, listen, that way you're thinking about this situation, the way you're looking at this particular subject is not in alignment with having it. It's pointed away from the thing. So then you start to reach for better feeling thoughts. You say better feeling things. You know what? It's going to work out. It's going to be okay. I don't need to know where my SP is right now because I know that there's a timeline out there and a version of me that's with them. And I need to just become that version of me. That version of me is at peace about the situation. That version of me is enjoying the relationship. That version of me is enjoying the lottery win or whatever it is playing with life, is experimenting with things, is open-minded. All right. And when you start feeling for those better reaching thoughts, you will have an emotional response to it, a different emotional response. It'll be relief. And it'll be something like, suddenly you're feeling more hopeful about things. Then you move on up the scale to, say, a positive expectation. All right. And then you move on up the scale towards just feeling very firmly inside yourself, I have this. It doesn't matter when it's coming together or how it's coming together. The when and the how is not for me to worry about. Only the what. What do I want and why do I want it? Because I want to feel a certain way. That's why I want the thing that I want. What is that feeling that I'm after? I can practice that now. I can reach for that now. And as I do, my inner being is going to cause me to feel good about that. And that'll be an indication that I'm moving in the right direction with it. So from that point, then, actions will occur to me. It'll occur to me to take an action. Hey, stop by over there. Boom. Maybe your specific person will be at that coffee shop that you just kind of felt an urge to go towards. It's not going to be like a thing that's going to scream at you like, go to that coffee shop. No, it'll be a calm thought that will occur to you. I don't know. I just feel like going over there. I don't know why. I haven't been over there in a long time. I just feel like that's the thing for me to do. It'll feel like the natural next step to take. And then as you go there and you're not caught up in any kind of resistance about the thing, you go there and maybe they're there. Maybe someone they know is there. Something will happen. It'll be some meeting or rendezvous or thing that will occur to you that will take you along that path. It'll be the next breadcrumb towards the thing that you want. And then you go, cool, I took that action. Now I just keep working on staying calm, remaining calm, aligning with having it. And so, therefore, the next action will occur to you easily, and you'll take that action, and before you know it, you're firmly on your path towards the thing that you want. So there isn't really much for you to worry about, but I can tell here that you're very worried about it. I can tell that you're spending a lot of time thinking about this situation, but thinking about it from the perspective of, I don't have it. They're not here. Where are they? How do I get them to be here with me in my experience? And so for the first thing to do, I think for you specifically, Jazzways, is to unhook from thinking about them right now and to think about other things and to focus on other things. And that may not feel satisfying when you're kind of in this habit of thinking about them, but understand it's not going to get you anywhere right now. So when you're feeling very, very, very intensely worried about your let's say your specific person, that's the time to not think about it so much. That's the time to do other things that feel easier to do, lighter for you to do. All right, that don't have so much resistance. Okay, and you've got plenty of those things going on in your life. So just put a little thought into it and try to come up with something. And then when you align yourself with it, when you feel calm again, when you feel okay with the situation, when you're detached from the outcome and you're okay with the way your life is right now, then you can begin to give your attention to that subject again, because now you're doing it from a place of much less resistance and you're going to get better results. Okay? So the first thing is alignment. The second thing is action. But there's never going to be no action whatsoever. But just understand you're going to take action. You want to take enlightened action. You want to take inspired action. That can only happen when you unhook from holding on to the outcome so intensely that you need it to happen. And you're going to be miserable without it. Okay? So alignment first, action second, not action first, and then the thing that I want will come and then I'll be happy. You need to be happy first. You need to be okay first. You need to be aligned first. You need to be calm first. You need to be detached first. And then the things that match that will come into your experience, including your SP or whatever thing it is that you desire the most. Okay, guys? That's a short video, and that's a little comment. Thank you for that, Jazzways. It's like I said, I've talked about that subject many, many times. But it's always good to have an opportunity to talk about it again, because again, repetition is the key to learning things. So maybe if I keep repeating myself, it'll sink in eventually. So thanks for that comment. Thanks for watching, guys. I do appreciate it. Thank you for all the new subscribers. Thank you for liking this video. If you haven't done so already, please do. If you haven't already done so, then please hit subscribe, hit the bell notification so you know when I'm uploading things. If you want to leave me a tip, you can do that down below. in the comment section, in the description box. There's going to be a couple of links for leaving donations if you want to do that. And thank you so much to all of you who've done that. It really means a lot to me. And thank you so much for watching. Okay, guys? Until next time, very soon, there'll be another video. I'm Tarkan. I wish you all happy manifesting, and au revoir.